From a planet that's shaped like my right to a planet that reminds me of Krispy Kreme, these are planets, but they have extremely weird features. And first up, we got GJ1214b, a planet that's more like an enormous water park, but don't start packing your swim trunks just yet, because this isn't your typical beach vacation spot. Located just around Cosmic Corner, approximately 42 light years away, this planet is truly a sight to behold. It's been cheekily referred to as Waterworld, named after that memorable Kevin Costner flick in which Earth is totally submerged in water. But unlike that film's dystopian view of our home planet, this planet is a bona fide water-filled wonderland. And we're not talking about a few backyard pools here. This isn't the kind of oceanside paradise you might be picturing. Imagine an immense expanse of water unlike anything we've got on Earth, where the high pressure and temperature conditions could give birth to some seriously sci-fi material, like hot ice or superfluid water. You won't be doing any casual swimming here unless you're fond of 200 degrees Celsius hot tubs. Despite being only 2.7 times the radius of Earth, GJ1214b packs a punch with a mass nearly 7 times greater than our home turf. This gargantuan water world doesn't just sit here looking pretty though. It plays a pivotal role in atmospheric research because of its orbit across its star, giving us an open window to peek into its atmospheric makeup. Now that we've dipped our toes into the cosmic ocean, let's dry off and set our sights on our next bizarre planet, the Puffball or WASP-107b. The word puffball probably reminds you of a tiny, cuddly dog breed, but in this case, it's used to describe one of the weirdest exoplanets we've come across. So what makes this planet stand out in the cosmic crowd? Discovered in 2017, WASP-107b is located about 200 light years away from us. It's about the size of Jupiter, but it only has about 12% of Jupiter's mass. This means it's incredibly light for its size, hence the nickname Puffball Planet. This planet is so bizarre that it challenges our understanding of how planets form. Its low density suggests that it has an exceptionally large atmosphere of hydrogen and helium. The planet is so close to its star that a year on Puffball lasts only about 5.7 Earth days, which means it's constantly being blasted with heat. This proximity also means it's tidally locked, presenting only one face to its star, creating a permanent dayside and nightside. But what's really mind-blowing about this puffball is the fact that despite its low density and proximity to its star, it still manages to hold onto its gaseous envelope. Scientists believe that the planet must have formed farther out from its star and migrated inward over time. And talking about hot planets, this next one makes our sun seem like a lukewarm radiator. And I'm talking about TOI 1431b, also known as Mascara 5b. Situated around 490 light years away, Mascara 5b is a merciless, sweltering planet, a world that would give Dante's Inferno a run for its money. You might be wondering, how hot is this planet? Well, hot enough to disintegrate you in a single millisecond. The surface of this planet blisters at around 2,700 degrees Celsius. This makes it one of the hottest planets we've ever discovered. To put that into perspective, that's more than twice as hot as the surface of Venus, the hottest planet in our solar system. Not just that, but it's also tidally locked, which means one side of the planet is always facing its star, constantly roasted, while the other side is in perpetual darkness. This leads to extreme temperature differences between the day side and the night side, likely causing violent winds as hot air rushes to the cooler side of the planet. Similar to Puffball, Mascara 5b is incredibly close to its star. So close, in fact, that it completes an orbit in just about 2.6 Earth days. It's this close proximity that contributes to its scorching temperatures and makes it a type of planet known as a hot Jupiter. However, what makes this planet even more interesting is its size. Despite being known as a hot Jupiter, Mascara 5b is actually bigger than Jupiter, about 1.5 times to be exact. And talking about flashy weather, ever wondered what it would be like if your favorite diamond jewelry fell from the sky instead of rain? Well, I'm talking about HD 189733b, but we will call it the Glass Planet. The name is too long. In the constellation of Apucula, around 63 light years from Earth, the Glass Planet orbits its star. But what makes the Glass Planet stand out in the celestial crowd isn't just its extreme proximity to its star, it's the wacky weather that's the real showstopper. Imagine this, a planet where it rains glass sideways. I know, right? Now, that's a forecast you don't want to hear on your vacation. On the glass planet, the extreme heat coupled with an unusual atmospheric cocktail turns silicate particles into molten glass. This molten glass is then carried away by winds reaching speeds of up to 7,000 kilometers per hour. So basically, it's not just a rainy day, it's a sideways glass shards in your face kind of day. Not exactly picnic weather. Size-wise, the glass planet is a lot like Jupiter, but it's got the need for speed. It whips around its star every 2.2 Earth days. Talk about a quick year! And also being tidally locked, the glass planet always shows the same face to its star. But perhaps the coolest thing about the glass planet quite literally is its color. With an atmosphere teeming with silicate particles, this planet gives off a deep, striking blue hue. But don't be fooled, even though it screams I'm a blue-friendly planet, it's more of come close to me and I'll slice you up with glass. But after braving molten glass rain, I bet you're ready for something a tad more science fiction. Perhaps something from a galaxy far, far away? I'm talking about Kepler-16b. Well, let's just say the 2-for-1 offer on this celestial body is a sight to behold. If you're a Star Wars fan, you might find this planet oddly familiar. Remember Tatooine, Luke Skywalker's home planet with the iconic double sunset? That's no longer science fiction fantasy. Kepler-16b, or as we like to call it, the Tatooine planet, is located about 200 light years away and boasts this feature for real. It orbits around not one, but 2 stars. Instead of one sun in the sky as we have on Earth, they have 2. Just think about 2 big balls of light moving on their own different paths across the sky. This would give the planet a unique mix of light and shadow throughout the day. But don't think you'll be basking in double the heat. Despite its twin suns, Kepler-16b, a planet similar in size to Saturn, is anything but toasty. With a chill factor dropping down to a biting -85°C, it's more ice than desert. Talk about fiction-like worlds, this next one isn't far behind. This next one is a cosmic oddball, the stripped remnants of what once was a gas giant. And I'm talking about TOI 849b, nestled in the Teapot constellation Sagittarius, which is a planet that's been stripped to its core. This isn't your average stripped car abandoned at the side of the road, oh no. This is a raw planetary core with all the trimmings blown away. Imagine the Earth, but without the oceans, the sky, the trees, your grandma. Yeah, it's pretty bizarre. But this story isn't all about destruction. In fact, this planet could be a cosmic miner's dream. With a density higher than most known planets, it's likely this barren landscape is rich in metals and minerals. So while it's definitely not your ideal picnic spot, it might just be the go-to place for an interstellar gold rush. Even though this planet holds its own intrigue, being a planet that's essentially nothing, there's another cosmic curiosity that just might steal the show, and it's WASP-12b, or as I like to call it, the ill-fated puffed-up planet. This oversized balloon of a planet orbits dangerously close to its host star, so close it's practically hugging it. This would be a fatal embrace for WASP-12b, which is already in a decaying orbit and predicted to be swallowed by its star anytime soon. In the cosmic realm, WASP-12b could be called a hot Jupiter, similar to our solar system's largest planet in size, but unlike Jupiter, WASP-12b isn't blessed with a comfortable position in the outer solar system. It's just about 2 million miles away from its star. To put that in perspective, Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun in our solar system, is about 36 million miles away. Talk about personal space. Due to this fiery closeness, WASP-12b's temperatures can reach an infernal 2,500 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than some stars. The heat is so extreme that it prevents the formation of clouds, creating an atmosphere that absorbs rather than reflecting light, making it one of the darkest planets ever discovered. This close proximity also causes WASP-12b to be tidally locked, always showing the same face to its star. The immense gravitational forces from the star have distorted the planet into an egg-like shape. It's quite literally a world being stretched to its limits. As if that wasn't enough, the intense starlight from WASP-12 is believed to be literally boiling off the planet's atmosphere. This material forms a shroud around the planet and then spirals toward the star in a fatal dance, a cosmic spectacle often referred to as a planetary death spiral. Yet, despite its gruesome fate, WASP-12b offers a wealth of information about planetary atmospheres, tidal forces, and the ultimate planetary demise. As we observe its agonizing final moments, we can learn much about the complex and often violent relationships planets can have with their stars. But as we leave WASP-12b in its fiery finale, it's time to jump into the unknown, the rogue worlds. Rogue planets are basically nomads, wandering in space without a star to call home. Think of it as a rebellious teenager who left his home thinking he would find something better. They've cut ties with any solar system, choosing instead to roam the vast interstellar. Picture a planet adrift in space, unbound by the gravitational ties of a parent star. These are the rogue worlds, and their solitude makes them one of the most intriguing and mysterious bodies in the cosmos. With no star to orbit, they don't play by the rules of traditional planets. What makes these planets rogue, you might ask? Their rebellious nature can be attributed to a few factors. Some of these celestial drifters were kicked out of their original star systems, while others may have formed on their own out of the cold, dark void of space, more like cosmic orphans. Their starless nature makes these planets incredibly difficult to detect. Most of the exoplanets we discover are found because of their influence on the star they orbit. But these rogues don't have a star, so they're usually only found when they pass in front of distant stars, causing a brief telltale dimming known as a microlensing event. Despite their lone wolf nature, rogues are more common than we think. Some scientists speculate that there could be billions of these starless planets in our galaxy alone, each one with its own unique story. But are there any planets similar to Earth, and could we actually live in them? Well, the answer is yes. If you want to know more about it, click on the video and see you